In the skies of the 21st century, one fighter jet has become the symbol of modern air dominance. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, born out of competition, built with global collaboration, and designed to rule the air, land, and sea. This is its story. Origins 1990s archival footage. The story begins in the 1990s. The U.S. Department of Defense launched the Joint Strike Fighter program, a competition to create a next-generation jet that could serve multiple branches of the military. Engineer Lockheed Martin dramatized, "We knew this was history in the making." Boeing had their X-32. We had the X-35. Two visions, only one would survive. In 2001, the Pentagon made its decision. The Lockheed Martin X-35 won. It would evolve into the F-35 Lightning II.
The F-35, the most advanced fighter in the world. So, how is it made? Let's take a look. The makers. First, the factory visuals. We see hundreds of parts being assembled into dozens of sub-assemblies. These are then shipped to one of 5 final assembly locations around the country where they are checked, modified, and prepared for flight. In this case, it's Fort Worth, Texas, home to Lockheed Martin's legendary Skunk Works, founded by Kelly Johnson. The secretive division has produced some of America's most successful aircraft, including the U-2 spy plane and the SR-71 Blackbird. Today, it's fitting that they are responsible for final assembly of the F-35, but though Lockheed Martin led the program, it was far from a solo mission. The F-35 became one of the most ambitious collaborations in defense history. A total of 9 companies and 450 suppliers across 46 states were involved in its construction. The largest subcontractors were Northrop Grumman, BAE Systems, UK, and Pratt & Whitney. Lockheed Martin, prime contractor, final assembly in Fort Worth, Texas. Northrop Grumman, center fuselage and advanced avionics. BAE Systems, UK, rear fuselage and electronic warfare. And Pratt & Whitney, the F-135 engine, the most powerful fighter engine in the world. The Northrop Grumman Corporation is an American global aerospace and defense technology company headquartered in Falls Church, Virginia. They trace their roots back to 1939 when they began manufacturing proximity fuses for the U.S. Navy. Today, they are one of the largest defense contractors in the world. For the F-35 program, they were responsible for designing and building the center fuselage and advanced display along with other mission systems and components. One of their engineers, Joseph Senezet, recalls, "It wasn't just building a jet. It was building a networked future for warfare. In addition to the center fuselage, which houses the aircraft's avionics and weapons, they built the F-35's helmet and some of its most advanced technologies, including the electro-optical targeting system, infrared search and track, and the distributed aperture system. This includes the forward-facing camera and the 2 side-facing cameras known as the Eagle and the Viper. Together, they provide the pilot with unparalleled visibility even behind the jet. But perhaps the most important component that Northrop Grumman delivered was the F-35's advanced display, a 6x8-inch high-resolution, high-brightness LCD that provides the pilot with an unprecedented amount of information in a wide range of colors. This is the industry's first active matrix liquid crystal display for tactical aircraft. It allows for the flexible placement of multiple reticle patterns and symbology, including the aircraft's orientation, altitude, airspeed, weapon status, and sensor data, all in direct view. Pilots can customize the display based on their needs, such as the weapons they're carrying or the environment they're flying in. At BAE Systems, they were responsible for the F-35's rear fuselage, which contains the communications and electronic warfare equipment. Their facility in Salisbury, UK, is one of the most advanced in the world, specializing in the design and manufacture of complex electronic systems for military aircraft. In fact, the entire rear fuselage of the F-35 is manufactured in the UK, then shipped to the US for final assembly. One of the key components they deliver is the Electronic Warfare Suite, which is designed to protect the aircraft from enemy radar and missiles. This includes the radar warning receivers, chaff and flare dispensers, and the jammer pods. These systems work together to detect incoming threats, deploy countermeasures, and deceive the enemy. BAE Systems also manufactures the F-35's Integrated Mission Planning and Execution System, which provides the pilot with real-time information about the battlefield. This includes the mission management computer, the control display units, and the mission planning software. And then there's Pratt & Whitney, a 100-year-old company based in Connecticut that specializes in jet engines. The F-135 is a high bypass engine with 2 shafts, 19 forward fan blades, and 11 high-pressure turbine blades. It uses a unique process called gassing to remove impurities from the air, resulting in fewer emissions and less maintenance. In fact, the F-135 is so advanced that it requires no external gearbox, a feature that reduces weight and improves reliability. But perhaps the most impressive thing about the F-135 is its adaptive cycle. This allows the engine to switch between high and low power settings depending on the aircraft's needs. When the F-35 takes off, for example, the engine runs at high power. But once it reaches cruising altitude, the engine switches to low power, saving fuel and reducing emissions. This ability to adapt makes the F-135 the perfect engine for the F-35, allowing it to perform a wide range of missions with maximum efficiency. So there you have it, the amazing F-35, the most advanced fighter in the world. And now you know how it's made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is the F-35B Lightning, the world's most advanced fighter jet. And today, we're going to take a closer look at the incredible power and specs that make this aircraft a true marvel of engineering. We have some great engine test footage from a few weeks back where we saw the F-35S afterburner testing. And today, we're going to show you some more footage of the F-35S Pratt & Whitney F-35 turbofan engine producing 43,000 pounds of thrust, which is enough power to break the sound barrier with ease. Let's dive into the specs of this incredible aircraft. Top speed, Mach 1.6 over 1,200 miles per hour. Combat radius, 669 nautical miles. Range, over 1,380 nautical miles on internal fuel. Ceiling, 50,000 feet. But the F-35 is more than just a fighter jet. It's a platform for innovation. The F-35's open architecture allows for continuous improvement and upgrades throughout its lifespan, ensuring that it remains the world's most advanced fighter jet for years to come. This means that the aircraft can be modified to incorporate new technologies and counter emerging threats, making it truly future-proof. The F-35's advanced technology doesn't stop at its engine. The aircraft is equipped with the latest radar systems, including the Air Force's newest and most powerful, the APG-81, which boasts an active electronically scanned array with more than twice the power of previous radars. These advanced radar systems allow the F-35 to detect and track multiple targets at once, even in the most challenging conditions. But the F-35's capabilities don't end there. The aircraft is also equipped with a powerful onboard computer that can process vast amounts of data in real time, as well as advanced sensors and communication systems that allow it to share information with other aircraft and ground forces. All of this makes the F-35 the ultimate multi-role fighter jet, capable of performing a wide range of missions from air superiority to ground attack. In addition to its technical capabilities, the F-35 is also a true testament to human ingenuity. The aircraft was designed and built by some of the brightest minds in the industry who pushed the boundaries of what was possible in aviation. The result is a fighter jet that is not only advanced beyond compare, but also incredibly sleek and efficient. But perhaps the best part about the F-35 is that it's still in production. That means that the aircraft will continue to be refined and improved upon, ensuring that it remains the world's most advanced fighter jet for years to come. Now let us take a moment to appreciate the incredible pilot who puts all of this power and technology to use. The F-35 is an incredibly advanced aircraft, and it takes a highly skilled pilot to fly it. These pilots undergo rigorous training to learn how to operate the aircraft and its cutting-edge technology. They must be able to make split-second decisions in high-stress situations, and they must be in constant communication with other aircraft and ground forces. Flying an F-35 is not just a job, it's a true profession. These pilots are the ones who push the throttle and feel like they're riding a thunderbolt. They are the ultimate warriors in the sky, and they are truly the best of the best. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the F-35 Lightning, the world's most advanced fighter jet. If you want to learn more about the F-35 or other fighter jets, be sure to check out our other videos. We always have new and exciting content coming out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Did you know there are actually 3 different versions of the F-35? Let me explain. There's the F-35A, which is your conventional takeoff and landing, just like any other jet. Then there's the F-35B, which has a very short takeoff and a vertical landing, meaning it can take off in as little as 1,200 feet or about 366 meters and land straight up like a helicopter. But it's not a helicopter, it's a jet. And finally, there's the F-35C, which is basically the same thing as the F-35A, except it's made to be carrier-based, meaning that it can go on aircraft carriers and be used for naval warfare. Footage of each version taking off. So here we have the F-35A taking off. This is what most people think of when they think of the F-35. It's the most common variant, and it's the one that has been in the news the most. Now here's the F-35B taking off. Notice how it takes off, just like the F-35A, but then it hovers for a second and then it lands straight up. This is known as a vertical landing, and it's one of the things that makes the F-35B so unique. It allows the plane to operate from very small airfields or even from the deck of an aircraft carrier. And now here's the F-35C taking off. As you can see, it takes off just like the F-35A because it's basically the same thing. The main difference is that the F-35C has a stronger underbelly and landing gear because it needs to be able to withstand the rough seas that come with carrier-based operations. So those are the 3 different variants of the F-35 and how they take off. But what about in combat? How do they fare in combat? Well, to answer that question, stay tuned for more videos. Now let us talk about why we need 3 different versions of the F-35. The simple answer is because it needs to be able to serve across all branches of the military. Each branch has different requirements, and the F-35 was designed to meet those requirements. For example, the Marine Corps needed a plane that could take off and land on the small amphibious assault ships that they use. That's why the F-35B was developed with its short takeoff and vertical landing capabilities. The Navy needed a plane that could operate from aircraft carriers. That's why the F-35C has those stronger underbellies and landing gear. And the Air Force needed a plane that could do everything else. That's why the F-35A is basically the same as the F-35C except without the stronger underbelly and landing gear. Now here's a quote from General James F. Amos, who was the commandant of the Marine Corps when the F-35B first became operational. He said, "The F-35B gave us something we never had before. Stealth jets taking off from short decks, ready for battle anywhere." That pretty much sums up why we need 3 different versions of the F-35. It is so that it can be used by all branches of the military no matter where they need to operate from. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, don't worry. It's not that important anyway. What is important is that you understand how awesome the F-35 is. It is truly the most advanced fighter jet in the world, and it's not even close. There is no other fighter jet that can match the F-35's capabilities. It is simply the best. So thanks for watching this video about the F-35. If you liked it, please hit the like button. And if you want to learn more about the F-35, there are plenty of videos available. Just search for more F-35 videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.